Hey, this is Nick Nelson, the Mad Scientist of Muscle, and what I've got for you today is a training equipment review. Now, as you can see, I'm actually wearing it right now, and no, it is not a shock helmet plugged in with an extension cord, though I potentially could use one of something like that. Now, what this is called the neck flex. I'm going to focus in on it here so you can see exactly what it's called here. Now, this is obviously a neck training piece of equipment. Now, I'm going to be doing a few demo exercises here so you can see what it's all about, but essentially, this is a nylon helmet with a chin strap on here and hooks. As you can see when I'm close in, we've got the O-rings, front, sides, and one right here on the back. Now, this piece of equipment actually packs with its own bungee cord, so you can use this, bring this with you wherever you like to go. Now, this is a perfect piece of equipment for neck training because you really can bring it wherever you go, and because it's attached with a bungee cord, you can use it wherever you like, not only for just neck training on its own, but in conjunction with other exercises as well, which I think is what neck training really should be all about. Neck is not an isolated muscle group that you're just doing that with. You actually need to incorporate your neck training in with other exercises, and that's what I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of here as well, in addition to showing you the more standard exercises that you can do with the neck flex. Alright, so when you're using the neck flex, there's 4 different positions of clips on here, like I said. What you want to do is clip the other end, wrap it around something solid to clip it back onto itself. This is going to lock it onto the solid object that you're looking to train with. Now, what I've done here is I've actually wrapped it around the chin-up bar. I found this downward angle to be the best angle to really hit the neck. If I put it onto something to the side, it does tend to pull the thing a little bit too much. However, when I come down at an angle, it seems to work a little bit better. So what you can do is take the other end, flip it right on here, just take a step to the side, and then lean your body and do an isometric hold. When you're first starting out doing neck training, you want to stick with the isometric stuff. Once you get a bit more advanced with it, then you can actually straighten up and then do actual movement-based neck training. But you want to wait until you've developed a good base of strength in your neck muscles before you really start getting into the movement-based stuff. So you want to hit all the angles. You want to hit both sides, just like so. And then front and back. Now, key point when you're doing these isometrics, you want to keep your neck in a vertically neutral position. You don't want to be holding tilted, you want to keep your neck out of position, especially when you're first starting out with neck training, like I was saying before. So, these are all the different positions, the basic positions of neck training for isometric strength. Now, the beauty of using a bungee cord system like this is you can adjust the tension very easily by stepping a little bit forward, getting more stretch in the band, stepping a little closer, getting less stretch in the band. So you can really adjust based on how much tension you want to put on yourself when you're doing this. Now, one of the things I like best about this neck flex is it gives you the opportunity to train your neck in a way that most neck training implements don't. These rings allow you to actually run this cord through the rings just like you're threading a needle. Side, front, and other side. This is actually going to work the neck in a way that no other piece of equipment I've found can do it. It's going to work rotational neck strength as well. What you're going to do, as you can see here, I've got this loop through. You just do the same isometric hold. Now, because of how you're using the neck clip on here, it's running through, it's running across your forehead, and it's running through the other side. There's a constant rotational pull going on the neck here while you're doing the isometric hold. So you're actually resisting in rotational movement the tension of the band here as well. So just hold. You'll feel a lot of pressure right on this side. Try and actually resist from that side, just kind of resisting the turning, as I was saying before. This is going to hit your neck in a way that no other piece of neck training equipment I found really works in. So hold for that side, and then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. You want to make sure you're balancing everything out with your neck training. All right, now you can also do this rotational training done with the clip running through the back of the O-rings here as well. So I'll show you that one. This goes through on this side, through the back ring, clipping around to the front. So if while I'm doing this I were to go relaxed, my head would rotate. So this is a great anti-rotational neck exercise. Alright, now here's where it gets interesting. Now we're moving away from the typical isometric neck exercises that this kind of training equipment is generally used for and moving into the combination exercises. Now this is when you're going to do regular bodybuilding exercises done with this attached in various ways to really involve the neck in dynamic movements rather than just standing there and working the neck directly. We actually want to involve the neck in some of these dynamic exercises. So this one's just going to be a simple bicep curl. Now clip this into the front. The cool thing about this one is it's actually going to force you to have better form in the barbell curl. Because what it's going to do is prevent you from punching forward as you curl. Because you're activating the back of the neck, upper traps, it's going to actually force your back into a better position when you're doing the curl. You're going to actually have forced to be doing stricter form when you're doing the curling here. So you step back, get some tension, and then now, yes, this looks absolutely stranger than anything you've probably ever seen before, but it's extremely effective. Now, when you're doing this one with the barbell curl, you're actually going to notice that your core contracts very significantly here as well. So as you're doing the exercise, you're getting a lot of core engagement because of the position, because of the constant forward pull that you're resisting as you're doing the exercise. So it's got not only neck benefits, but core strength training benefits as well. All right, now we're getting into some even more unique territory. This is going to be bent over barbell row done with this clipped on to the back position. Now what this is going to do is actually not only work the neck, but allow you to shift your balance a bit forward as you're doing the exercise, so you actually get a better upper back workout in addition to working the neck at the same time here. So one of the problems that I found with people doing the bent over row is that they tend to take on a more upright position. This is going to allow you to get a more bent over position and hold it while getting the neck work that you want, while getting the back work that you're looking for here as well. So here's what it looks like with a bit of weight on the bar. Just put a couple of 45s on there, and we'll test this out. The other benefit of using this piece of equipment with the barbell row is that it actually, when anchored above and behind you, pulls your head back into the optimal position. So instead of letting your head kind of tip down, which sometimes I see people doing, this actually physically forces your head into that optimal position for maintaining while you're doing the barbell row. So another side benefit of this piece of equipment here as well. So now we're moving into even more uncharted territory. Now, I know it's kind of hard to take me seriously when I'm wearing this, but this is very effective stuff. This is going to be done using a bench press, and what you're going to do is set this up in the power rack because you're actually going to want something solid above you to anchor the other end of the band onto. So move it around a few times, make sure you're getting this with at least about a foot or so of stretch in it so that you're getting some resistance here. What you're going to do is clip it onto the front forehead loop of this thing. You're going to do a regular barbell bench press, but because this band is pulling your head up off the bench, you actually have to physically exert tension backwards to push the back of your head down into the bench to keep it in contact. What this is going to do, I find, is actually activate the upper back muscles in addition to the neck muscles. And this is going to actually lock your shoulders into the movement. It's going to teach you how to bench, keeping your back solid and your shoulder blades behind you. Now this is a very, very useful skill. It's going to dramatically improve your bench press numbers. It's going to help you with shoulder strength and stability during the exercise here as well. So, you know, a lot of benefits on this one. Granted, it doesn't look very normal. I'll give you that right now, but it's very effective stuff. So what you want to do is when you're clipping this on, make sure this goes on the other side of the barbell. You don't want to be pressing and then extending the stretch here as well. So get underneath, grab your clip, put it on the forehead one, and as you can see, if I were just relaxing, this is pulling my head right up off the bench. So what I'm going to do, get some tension, unrack the bar, make sure I'm in the right position for a good barbell bench press, and then Alright, so that's how you do the barbell bench press using the neck flex. Now, this is very effective stuff. This is actually going to engage those upper neck fibers, it's going to engage the upper trap fibers, and really teach you how to lock in the upper back and engage the back muscles as you're doing the bench press. So this is another very good benefit of using the neck flex in your regular training in addition to targeted neck training. Alright, now if you thought those other exercises were looking a little strange, now you're going to do it with the squat. Now, the benefit of using the neck flex with the squat is that it's actually going to spot you and keep your body position better to teach better form as you're doing a squat. It's going to give you some of the reverse band type of help out of the bottom, but it's actually going to pull and keep your head looking up and forward as you're doing the exercise. A lot of people have a tendency as they're coming down to come hunching forward, start looking at the ground. This corrects that because basically the band is pulling your head back into the proper position. So it's great for teaching proper form, especially out of the bottom. Now when you're doing this, hook it on up here on the top of the rack, get yourself set underneath the bar first, then clip it on. Then do the squat, and yeah, it's going to look a little strange if you see yourself in the mirror. Your face is basically going to be pulled up, your eyeballs look like you're bugging out, but when you're wearing this stuff it all fits, so you're all good. Let's get cracking. So get under the bar. And then so as you can see, this is going to pull up on your forehead and it's going to force your body into the perfect body position for doing a nice deep squat. So if you do have any issues with squats, this is a great way to teach it, a great way to learn it. Alright, so these are some of the exercises you can do using the neck flex. Now I've also tried it with deadlifts, couldn't really find a way to make it work perfectly well to my satisfaction, so you're welcome to play around with it if you get it and try it out. But those are, like I said, a few good exercises that you can work with in addition to the regular neck training stuff that you're doing with the neck flex. Now, overall, really like this piece of equipment. It's really well built, solidly constructed, nice and comfortable on your head. And the most important thing is it will make you look absolutely crazy when you're in the gym. So definitely keep that in mind when you're doing this. This is not something that you're going to put on your head in order to look normal. This is going to push you to another level. And if you're not willing to do that, then maybe it's not the piece of equipment for you. But if you're ready to really take your neck training and push it to see what you can do, develop the neck, develop it in ways, like I said, with the rotational, with the involvement in other exercises, this is a great piece of equipment to do it with. You can not only use the bungee cord that comes with it, but you can also hook it onto cable weight stacks. You can add chains and hook onto regular weight plates. The amount of exercises you can do is exactly what you can do with a regular piece of neck equipment, only more, because it's got all the different positions, it's got the bungee cord attached to it, so you're good to go. And like I said, highly recommended if you're interested in really taking another step forward in your neck training.